Hey you guys, just a quick update. I wanted to share a little bit about how things are going on the pre-op diet for a gastric sleeve surgery. So prior to the surgery, they have you do a liquid diet. So for me, that's been 4 protein shakes a day, and these are the Fairlife 30 grams of protein per bottle at 150 calories. So I'm getting about 600 calories a day. And no caffeine, no coffee, of course, no alcohol. I've had a little bit of soup broth, just a tiny bit, and a little bit of this Ticino. It's kind of a coffee substitute that is good for the stomach. In between the protein shakes, I've been drinking just water. So the first day I did feel some hunger pangs. By the second day, the hunger did subside some and I felt just tired. I was still able to do all my normal activities. I shot videos, I edited videos. My husband and I actually worked out a couple times this week. I went to the pool, swam around a little bit, trying to really get back in the habit of the old healthy habits that I used to have. I'm super motivated to do this right and to be successful long term. Now, something that I know is a struggle for so many people that have dealt with their weight for pretty much their lifetime is emotional eating, boredom eating, or just that food addiction. I know that food is very comforting, so I completely understand when people struggle with this. One of the things that I did leading up to this was deal with my grieving and deal with the emotional reasons that I was eating or eating too much or eating the wrong things. You guys, the reason I have my sunglasses and robe on is that it's Mother's Day and we're heading down to our community clubhouse. They have a really nice heated outdoor pool and hot tubs and an area where you can commune with your friends and family. There's a ping pong table there, so we just thought we were going to go down there, invite Abby's boyfriend's family, and just have a nice lunch and afternoon. I usually head down to the pool in my robe and just some really comfy, easy slip-on pants with my swimsuit underneath. I think everybody in the community kind of does that, so we don't care so much about what we're wearing when we go to the pool. So just a couple things for anybody who is getting gastric sleeve surgery is that I found it really helpful to stay busy. If I'm sitting around idle, that's when I maybe think of hunger or think of food or get bored. So it's important to stay busy as much as you can. I've also gone to bed quite early, getting as much sleep as I possibly can, just because I think that is so important when you're running on very few calories. For those that are late night TV watchers and snackers, it does help if you can get in the routine of going to bed early. So going to bed early for me has always been kind of my natural thing, so it was pretty easy. I go to bed early and wake up early. And then when I wake up early, I start my day with water, do a little computer work to keep myself distracted. And then once the sun, I usually get up at 4, once the sun comes up, then I can start doing some stuff around the house and cleaning up. I usually then head to my studio, record some videos, do a little editing. And my husband has been so awesome. He knows because I'm fasting this week or on a liquid diet that he's in charge of dinner. And so between my adult kids and my husband, they've been taking care of their own dinners. So for those of you who've gone through this that still had to cook for your family or for small children, I definitely hats off to you because it's been really helpful that my husband and my older kids were able to just fend for themselves for dinners. Now I'm on the 5th day of fasting, or liquid diet, I should say. My surgery's in 2 days at 5 a.m. on Tuesday the 14th. So tomorrow's my last full day of fasting, and then very early in the morning, I head into surgery. Now, I have had, not doubts, but a little bit of anxiety, I guess. I did a ton of research before committing to the surgery, but over the last 5 days with the fasting, I've done even more research just to make sure that this is the right thing for me. I really do believe with my background of being an athlete, knowing a lot about nutrition, most of my life I've been quite in shape, and it hasn't been since thyroid cancer, menopause, and grief of losing my son that I really started gaining a lot of weight. So grief can impact your body in so many ways. Stress raises your cortisol, your hormones are a little wacky, and all of that stuff is just out of skew. Not to mention menopause. For those of you who haven't gotten there yet, it is no joke, even when you're taking hormones. Bioidentical hormones definitely help, but it is not going to replace all the hormones that you had before menopause. Now, this isn't the right choice for everybody. I do understand that this is a very major decision, but after so much research and then re-researching over the last 5 days, I truly believe this is the right choice for me. This is by no means a quick fix. You have to be willing and committed to follow a high-protein diet, a healthy diet, and to nourish your body with small amounts of food more frequently for the long term. The other thing you have to commit to, at least for 6 months post-surgery, my doctor says it should be a lifetime decision, is not to drink alcohol and have very limited to no caffeine. This is where my Tea-Chino coffee substitute, it doesn't taste exactly like coffee, but it scratches that itch. And then I put a little vanilla protein drink in with it, and it just gives me that feeling of having a little coffee with creamer. And it's basically just tea and a little bit of a protein drink. So I wanted to encourage anybody who's thinking about this to really deep dive, do your homework. Don't let the people who are against it scare you. Kind of get both sides of the coin. There are going to be some people who aren't successful, and largely those are the people that can't stick to the diet and even on a smaller stomach make poor choices, eat high fat, high sugar, and in that situation you may not be successful. So for those that think that making the decision to do a gastric sleeve surgery is the easy way out, it's actually really quite difficult, expensive, and there are some risks that come with it. I think for those of us that maybe struggle with thyroid issues, hormone issues that are postmenopausal, that really want to get their vibrancy, and that for me personally, I want to get back to feeling like my really active athletic self. I feel like this is a tool to help me get there. So I'm on day 5 of drinking shakes and water, and I am a little tired. I haven't had much for headaches, and I have been sleeping longer through the night, about 10 hours. And I feel like I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to go into it to be successful. I've done all my grocery shopping and gotten everything I need for like the first month. And I will talk all about that in future videos. If you guys want more of the daily chat about my experience, head over to Gorgeously Aging Diary, and it's linked in the description box below. You guys, wish me luck. I'm a little bit nervous. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and want to stay up to date on how things go after surgery, definitely hit that subscribe button. You can also find me on all other socials. Just search Gorgeously Aging and you'll find me there. Be good to yourselves and to others. I'll see you next time.